Alright, here is a quick quiz about the timeline of the universe. Where are we currently? But one last little topic for y'all here on the universe, something just kind of for fun, but that we always get a lot of questions about. I have questions about myself. This is taken from section 29.7. We're going to talk just a little bit about this idea that there is more than one universe, or there are multiverses out there. Multiverses is an idea, a theoretical only idea. So far we cannot test it, no observations in any way, but an idea that there could be a collection of universes very similar to our own. This has lots of different names, so almost identical to our own, sometimes known as bubble universes. A really awesome video that'll walk through some different theories about multiple universes. The one that we're looking at, that your book looks at, is called the multiverse theory. Okay. So the problem is with these things is that we can't use the scientific method on them because there is no way to falsify them. There's no way to do any tests or observations because they don't have any testable predictions. But it's fun to think about, right? One thing that allows this idea of multiverses comes from an infinite universe. So when we talked about the Big Bang, we kind of touched briefly on the idea that the universe may be infinite. And if the universe is infinite, if it really truly doesn't have an end or an edge, but is sort of expanding into itself infinitely. An infinite universe has an infinite amount of space, so to speak. So an infinite universe could contain an infinite number of observable universes, right? So here's another idea that we talked about. So could contain an infinite number of observable but disjointed universes. Observable, though, I'm not going to have a space there here. Disjointed, meaning not connected. Remember when we talked about inflation, everything within our horizon? Well, other people could have different horizons, disjointed, right? Observable universes. So the difference between an infinite universe and an observable universe is just what the person inside of it can see to their own horizon. So here we are, we have our own horizon, but there could be within an infinite universe these different horizons. We may never touch, we may never be able to see one another because light takes time to travel, hence the idea of observable universe. So technically could be there, but no way to test it because we can't ever observe it. So really just fiction at this point. There's one other interesting kind of piece to this that I just kind of want to put in, thinking about this idea of multiverses. So here's a picture. These are these different multiverses that they could have different things going on in them as far as the physics. So we have this sort of idea that's called the anthropic principle. And the anthropic principle basically talks about humans and how we fit into this multiverse theory, in the sense that our universe the observable universe that we see, this universe, okay, has to be the way it is. This is getting a little philosophical, but we like food for thought sometimes. Has to be this way. So our universe has to be the way that it is, because we wouldn't have humans in any of these other universes. Okay, because this is the only way humans could exist. It turns out that our universe, this universe, the one that we live in, is very fine-tuned to life. That when we look at the way atoms are bonded, or we look at the strength of the forces, the weak, the strong force, and we look at gravity, and we think about all of these little pieces, even sort of the smoothness and flatness of the universe, how perfect it is, that here, this one that we live in, is tuned for human life, or for intelligent life as we know it. So the anthropic principle kind of says that if you take this whole multiverse thing, that our universe is the way it is, sort of because we exist. Kind of circular, kind of interesting. Just kind of wanted to throw these things out for you guys to think about it. You can read more about it in your textbook. I have this good video on the true science of parallel universes. So check it out, think about it. Send me an email if you just want to, talk about it. So there you go. Your mind blown for today, hopefully. I will see y'all later.